We don't have to worry about this stuff. And frankly, it allows us to live in a world where reality isn't real. The U.S. imports over 5 million tons of urea a year. Why?
The more we hold ourselves back in a civilized world here, the more we have to do things like burn down the Amazon to make more farmland.
That's my hope. That's my silver lining to this whole thing. We have been living in a world for a while now on this global approach, like everything's fine, global trade patterns will always be okay. We don't have to worry about this stuff. And frankly, it allows us to live in a world where reality isn't real. So let's take nitrogen, for example. The U.S. imports over 5 million tons of urea a year. Why? Why are we doing that? We have so much gas in the North American marketplace. We are politically stable, Canada and the U.S. Yeah, we may not like our leaders from time to time, and we're always voting them in and voting them out, but politically speaking, we're about as stable as you're going to find in the world. The environmentalists will sit there and say, well, it's dirty and we don't want to produce it here. I will go out on a ledge and guarantee you that our countries can produce it a lot cleaner than a lot of the rest of the world will produce it. Somebody's going to build this. I know that you don't like seeing it in your backyard because that makes you feel dirty inside, but just because it sits in another country, just because it sits in Russia or India or China or something like that, that does not make it better for the world. We can do it. We can have a better environmental approach to it. So I think, if anything, if we walk out of this thing, if there's one thing I hope we take from it, it is that we start to look at it from a little bit of a like, okay, yeah, we were getting pretty reliant on the rest of the world, and we still can. That is optimization, right? In peaceful times, a global trade is the best way. Free market, capitalism, things like that will be the best approach to it. But we also can't get so dependent on it so that when something like this happens, all of a sudden we're looking around like, what the hell do we do now?
Well, and if we want to go on a rant and we want to get on about morality, I think the more issues we have, the more we hold ourselves back in the civilized world here, the more we have to do things like burn down the Amazon to make more farmland. I mean, that's a dark equation. The other thing is, who is this all going to impact? Lower income people, single moms, like people that are living on the edge. Like we're all so rich that, the food bill hurts, but it maybe doesn't stop us from living the lives that we're very fortunate. Like we're richer than ever. Let's face it. All of us are richer than ever in the modern world, but there's so many people living on the edge, and those people talk about what they're going to feel. It's not a number at the pump. It's a number of what they're going to put in their mouth in terms of calories in a day. Where's the morality around?
Well, I'm looking at all three of our videos. I'm guessing we were all kids of the 80s, right?
How did you guess?
Yeah. And let's face it. Okay. I say kid of the 80s. What was the big thing in the 80s? It's starving kids in Africa. It was starving kids in this country or that country.
Yeah. Right.
It was a major deal. It was all over songs and all this different stuff. It's because they couldn't afford it, right? It was a very, very real thing. And all of these publicity things were a way of making us live in our first world problems. Like, oh no, it cost me more to drive out here to Colorado so my boys could ski. We are living first world problems. It's like, oh no, I don't get to take that second vacation or whatever it might be. There are people around the world when all this stuff happens that are going to sit there and say, I literally cannot afford to feed my family. I literally cannot get my hand. There's a finite amount of food out there, and it's going to go to the highest bidder. And we're not that. Frankly, with some of this fertilizer we're talking about, urea, if the strait continues to stay closed, we can start to get into a point where somebody will have a vessel and say, I've got a vessel for sale. Who is going to pay me the most for it? And some of these countries will be like, well, I need it really, really badly because we're going to plant this and that. It's like, yeah, but the U.S. will pay me more for it, so I'll just go to them. Europe will pay me more for it. Brazil will pay me more for it. So, yeah, I appreciate your need, but I'm here to make money, so I'm going to go to those places.
Mm-hmm. But aren't the Iranians letting certain vessels through as a political ploy here and not the Americans? Isn't that part of the chess game?
Oh, yeah. It's their way of trying to show that they still control it, and you have to go through Iran to get to the strait. They control that story for right now. Sounds like we just took out their naval leader and some different things, and frankly, with the number of Iranian upper officials who have been taken out, who's really in charge of that country right now, right?
I don't know.
It's a list that moves very, very quickly. But yeah, that's their political way of saying, yeah, if you want to feed the world, you got to go through us to do so.
Well, Trump said they're ready to talk. They don't know who's ready to talk, but they're ready to talk.
That's been our problem, is like, who's saying that? And And I think that's where you get some of the differences. You can have one group that says, yeah, we talked to Trump, we had really good conversation. Another group said, we didn't talk to him. There's no peace. We're at war, baby. We're going to shoot anything that moves. And that's going to be the problem the vessels have going through that strait.